But first, Arizona in the national headlines yet again as former President Donald Trump is set to be front and center at a rally in Florence tonight. It is his first such appearance of the year. Now, we will have a live look momentarily where it will begin. But first, we want to show you all of our team coverage for tonight. You can count on Arizona's family. Our David CALTABIANO will tell us what is drawing supporters there, and our Amy Cutler sat down with gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake.
Plus, we go to two separate rallies in Phoenix today, both including members of Martin Luther King Jr. with a push for voting rights and a pro-life march. But first, let's get to David. David, how are things looking out there?
Well, right now there are tens of thousands of people in Florence, Arizona, with President Donald Trump, the 45th president, scheduled to speak in about 2 hours. I got a chance to talk to some of his supporters out here. Of course, they all want to see him run in 2024. I asked about some of the major issues that they want him to speak on this evening. They wanted to talk about competition with China, the origin of COVID-19, border security, and a lot of them just want him to speak about his record. Take a listen.
I think he's going to talk about what he's done in the past, what we need to do to take care of the future. I don't know if he'll announce what his future plans are, but we'd like to hear that in Arizona, kick it off. So we'll see, but I think it's important to listen to see what he says. He has That's right. Yesterday, that's right.
Now, it is important to realize that the road to the White House, if the Republicans want to take it back, goes through Arizona. They know that, and that is one of the major reasons why this rally is happening here in Florence, Arizona, with so many Republicans taking the podium tonight, all of which are Trump endorsed. And you mentioned that this is the first time that President Donald Trump will be speaking this year. It's also the first time that he's going to be speaking publicly since the anniversary of the January 6th insurrection. It's going to be interesting to hear his remarks about that. But so far, we've heard from Dr. Kelly Ward, who I believe is on the podium right now. She outright said that Trump won the election in 2020. We know that not to be true. And of course, she talked about the audit here that didn't produce any results that talked about who actually won the election. Of course, President Joe Biden did. But again, much of what we've heard in the past is being repeated here this evening so far. And we'll have updates here and online at azfamily.com. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
David, thank you so much. We want to get out to Amy Cutler, who is also in Florence tonight. She spoke one-on-one with Republican candidate for Governor Kari Lake. Hey, Amy, what did she tell you today?
Lake tells me that she is excited to speak, and she was quick to tout the endorsement from Trump. She says it helps her stand out in that crowded primary field, and it will ultimately help her win the Republican primary, she tells me. Thousands gathered here, lots of signs and cheers for Lake as she arrived. The Republican field of candidates for governor became a little smaller this afternoon. State Treasurer Kimberly Yee withdrew from the race. I asked Lake about that, and she called her a strong candidate. She says she'd support Yee in another run for treasurer, which Yee tells us she will now do. I also questioned Lake, the political newcomer, about how she stands out.
Well, I'm standing out because I am the only America First candidate. I'm the only Trump-endorsed candidate, and I am the only candidate who is running for the people of Arizona. The others are establishment, they're swamp creatures.
Is the last speaker before former President Trump takes the podium. We also expect to hear from several other congressional Republicans, but none of them have received Trump's endorsement, at least not yet. We will be here for all of it, and we will have a full wrap-up on Lake's comments coming up in our newscast tonight at 9 and 10 o'clock. Live in Florence, Amy Cutler for Arizona's Family.